that's what it is right now. And we ain't dying right now.
Brad from the Herald, TJ, I know this is kind of your first taste of Sun Belt tournament play, but the mantra's kind of survive in advance. Y'all did that tonight. Talk about just pulling it out there at the end.
It wasn't our best game, but we played together, played defense when it was time to play defense. We had to get the tough stops. But the main thing, we played together and pulled out with the win.
Cole Claiborne from the Herald. Khalil, just talk about whenever they went up midway through the second half, you guys made that comeback to retake the lead. I guess what was the message at maybe at a timeout, or what did you guys say to yourselves knowing that when they took that lead? I guess what did you guys say to regroup yourselves to get back to the lead?
Basically, just stop playing soft. I mean, they punched us back in our mouth, and we got to be able to take a hit and come back. So that's what we did. We got stops. So basically, what Coach Harper on just playing D and getting rebounds.
Khalil, what's this win say about the character of you guys to take their best punch and come back and win in the end?
I mean, it just shows toughness that we've been going through all season. We've been through adversity the whole season, and I think it just shows how tough we are and how tough we get.
Khalil or TJ, either one of you can answer this. I guess talk about the play of Derek Gordon. Obviously, a freshman stepping up big, hitting, having a block toward the end, hitting a couple of free throws at the end. Just talk about how big it was for a young guy like that to step up toward the end.
I mean, it's always good. I mean, I know a lot of guys who get nervous around this time, and he hit. I mean, he stepped up, played big. I mean, that's what he's been doing all year, and that's what we expected of him.
Obviously, DeJuan Wright for them went off for 24 and 12. What was he doing that was so tough to stop?
I mean, we just a lot of dumb fouls, to be honest. Fouling on three-pointers and going for head fakes when he should have just been walling up. Just a lot of he got to the free throw line a lot, and he made some tough baskets as well. I mean, I'm not taking that away from his game, but we did make a lot of dumb fouls.
Other questions for the players? Okay. As you all excused, thank you very much. No, sir. Okay. Questions for Coach Harper?
Jeff Woods, WKU. Coach, the rebounding margin of 47 to 31, you got to be pretty happy about that.
Well, I thought our kids did a great job, especially on the offensive glass. At times we played really well, and at times we didn't play so well. I thought when they went up there in the second half, I could see that our guys were a little hesitant. And we took the time. I said, "Look, guys, you just got to relax, play the game." We'd taken some quick shots. If we were going to win the game, we had to get some defensive stops. We were reaching, we were fouling, and I thought our guys really dug in. We came out of that timeout. I think George maybe got us a bucket. We started taking better shots. We got the ball inside. We did some good things tonight, but we'll have to be better tomorrow evening than we were tonight.
Cole Claiborne from the Herald. Khalil has talked about all week about how he wants to go out with a bang. This is his last tournament. Was this the type of performance you expected, or maybe even hoped that he'd get from him tonight?
I thought it was exactly what we got. I even expected him to be better. Khalil has been terrific since the Wednesday prior to our last two games. I thought coming into this tournament he was the best player we had in practice all week. I'm happy for him. He's a senior. He's really grown up, and you're remembered sometimes by how you finish, and he's finishing the way a senior should finish.
Obviously, I asked him about Derek too. Just from your point of view, what did you see out of Derek, especially toward the end there, where he stepped up with that block and hit those two free throws toward the end?
Same old reliable. You know what you're going to get. You may get a bad shot here or there. You may get a turnover, but you're going to get a lot of effort. You're going to get a guy who'll go chase it on the glass. He's 10 rebounds tonight. You're going to get a guy that's won a lot of basketball games in his career. He knows what winning's all about. And he'll do whatever it takes, whether it be scoring a basket, getting a defensive stop, whether it be diving on the floor to get a loose ball. I just call him old reliable.
Obviously, Khalil said that teams been through adversity this year. Maybe that kind of helped you guys pull out in the end. Talk about maybe just the character of this team and the makeup of this team, and for them to be able to pull off that kind of win when they kind of take FIU's best punch.
Well, again, I've said this team's been very resilient, and I keep going back to about 10 games ago is when I started seeing us really turn the corner. Practice habits became much better. Started to believe in some of the things we were telling them. They don't always believe everything, but most of the things we're telling them they believe, which is huge. You know, we've been right in every game. I mean, we've lost some tough ones, but here lately we're starting to figure out how to win those games, and that's a really good sign. You know, sometimes you forget how many freshmen we have, and you know, we had some guys step up and play big tonight, and we'll need some guys that maybe didn't play as many minutes tonight. I think Nigel Snipes could be a guy that will be huge for us tomorrow night. I think in the matchups against Little Rock, I see Nigel being a guy that could really be huge, and we need him big tomorrow night.
Coach, with so many of your over here.
Okay.
So many of your guys, you know, freshmen, and having this be their first experience in a postseason tournament at the college level, how big can this first win be moving forward? Just to shake out if there were any jitters, anything like that.
I think it'll help. I really do. I think you could see a little bit of the nervousness. You know, most of these guys have been in big games, but it's still their first college atmosphere as far as a college tournament. You know, you win in advance or you lose and go home. And you saw it more so, I thought, in the second half late when they started to make a run at us. That, oh, wow, here we go. What do we do now? And I thought we did a good job of regrouping and understanding that I think there was 7 minutes left in the game when we took the timeout, because I remember talking, guys, we're down 5 points. Relax. Get a good shot, and let's stick with what we do defensively. Let's quit gambling. And, you know, Khalil said, guys, we got to be tougher. Let's finish this thing. We're in great shape. And, you know, again, that's good coming from one of your seniors, your only senior.
Coach Matthew Harris, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. You mentioned earlier that about 10 games ago you saw the character of this team change. That sort of lands around the time that you guys got Euler at your place and sort of made, I mean... Say what? I didn't hear that last part. That was around the time you
at your place.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about what that...
Around that time, you're right. I just thought we became a tougher team. You know, Little Rock, that game, they went up by 7 late, and we took that punch and came right back and was able to go on a 16-2 run or whatever it was to finish the game. And we gained confidence more so than anything. You know, this game is all about believing. Believing in yourself, believing in each other. And they started to do it. I kept saying they need something good to happen, something good to happen. And sure enough, Little Rock came in there and something good happened. And we just took it and built on it. We said, you know, from the beginning, let's get better each day and see what happens. Let's not talk about how many wins we're going to have. I didn't think it was fair to those guys to say, okay, we're going to win 10 of our next 11 or whatever. Let's not do that. Let's get better each day. And we would talk about it after each practice. Did we get better today? And those guys, yes, sir. Yes, we got better. And if you watch this team practice over the last 3 weeks, this is not an accident that we're winning tonight. They prepared for this opportunity, and they'll get another one tomorrow night at 8:30.
Looking back at the last time you guys played ULR, what do you remember about their team, and what is, what do you guys need to do to stop them offensively?
Wow. Tough, just like Steve's teams always are. They're going to defend you extremely hard. One of the premier young players in the league, and Will Neighbor. Javis has really come on strong late in the season. They moved Jackson more to the small forward now. You know, DeAndre Williams, point guard, first team all-conference. It's a team that's coming off an NCAA tournament. So we will have to be at our best. And I think our kids will respond. They'll come and compete. But we must do a good job of executing in the half court. It'll settle it into a half-court game tomorrow night both ways.
Quick update on George Fan.
Mike Gaddy stopped me on the way out and said he will have him 100% tomorrow, so I trust him.
Got time for a couple more questions. Anyone else? Matt, you raise your hand.
No.
He just raised his pen.
Coach, appreciate you very much. Good luck to you
guys.
tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Thank you.